Is public health issue that some CBD products are being marketed with unproven medical claims and or having product labeling inaccuracies has been documented in many news and research articles. The FDA tested 78 product samples claiming to contain CBD, marketed for both human and pet use, in 2014 to 2018. 88% contained cannabinoids and only 86% claimed to contain CBD. The other cannabinoids and THC were undisclosed on the label. Another test of 31 products for potential contamination with toxic heavy metals showed that none contained dangerous concentration of these metals. However, 10 out of 31 of those products did not specify how much CBD they contained, and in the 21 that did, only 7 had a CBD concentration within 20% of the amount listed on their labels. Furthermore, 15 out of 31 products contain THC. This is 48%, and this is very, very concerning considering the differences between THC and CBD and the desired effects. In 2018, the Agricultural Improvement Act, also known as the Farm Bill, removed hemp from Schedule 1 control, creating a market for hemp products, including CBD-containing products. Hemp is from the plant Cannabis sativa and in any part of the plant with a delta-9 THC concentration no higher than 0.3% by dry weight. This has led to an increase in the market's rapid growth. A research article from 2020, with the title of the article here, 147 hemp or CBD containing products were analyzed and found to contain 11 cannabinoids. Fewer than half contained CBD concentrations within 20% of their label declarations. This shows that there is just a continued need for further testing and representative investigation of the CBD marketplace. So this begs the question, what can we do about this growing problem? First and foremost, I'd say the most important is to get informed and stay informed through third-party testing. Try to get your hands on a certificate of analysis, also known as a COA, which is a certificate providing details of CBD potency in a product. This potency can also be described as full spectrum CBD, broad spectrum CBD, or a CBD isolate. These are important to know which are being labeled on what products. Full spectrum CBD contains trace amounts of THC up to 0.3%. Broad spectrum CBD is THC free and extracted with other cannabinoids and terpenes. A CBD isolate is THC free and contains CBD extract only. A COA also contains levels of contaminants within, including pesticides, metals, bacteria, mycotoxins, and volatile organic compounds. Sourcing COAs for your favorite product should be easy, although this is not always the case. If a brand does not provide a specific COA for any particular product, you might want to rethink your purchase. If you're asking where you can find a COA, you should ask the bud tender or the company you're buying the product from directly. They should be able to ask questions that you have. Another option is Google. Many companies have information online, as well as their products containing QR codes that you can scan leading you to a COA. Finally, you can also contact the lab testing facilities for further information. Here is an example of a COA testing the potency and showing the cannabinoid profile. With my pointer, I'll show that here is the batch ID of the specific CBD oil product, the date that it was reported, the type, which is a concentrate, and testing for potency in this case. Here we see the compound, the LOQ, which stands for a limit of quantification. This is the lowest analyte concentration that can be quantitatively detected with stated accuracy and precision. Then we have the result in percentage and the result in milligrams or grams. Down here, we see the total cannabinoids, which we see is 92.06%. And that would be mainly coming from that potential CBD. It's important to know where this certificate of analysis was performed, from the Botanicor labs, and then also having that signature of final approval is really important. So besides the COA, it's also important to know that your product is GMP certified as well as certified organic. And then the sustainability and reliability of the brand and the business that you're getting these products from. And you also want to avoid products with health claims. We don't want anything that's pretty much just telling you it's going to cure cancer, for instance. That's not a valid health claim, and that's not what it will do. So just being aware of what is truthful and what is not. Here is an example of the COA portion of pesticides and microbials. So it shows the different limits in each of these categories, but then overall has given a passing score. Okay, and then just to kind of go over the specifics that are important for product labeling. On the front display, which we see here in the gold box, it is important for brand and product identity. So that would be here, saying that it is CBD and it is an infused oil. This should be in the maximum text area on the display panel so that it is easily seen and known what it is. Next, we will have the net quantity of the content. And this is the amount of active CBD and net content prior to packaging. It's also very important on the front display. And then finally, the purpose of the product. Sometimes you'll see this, sometimes you won't. Again, like I said, it was really important to avoid any health claims that were not true. So this has been labeled as pain relief. But again, I would just be a little wary on where these health claims are coming from. And then on the outer packaging, we see the suggested serving size. This is a suggestion, but it's also important to mention that dosage depends on any doctor recommendations or any other healthcare provider suggestions on this. We also have the ingredients, and this should be a percentage of ingredients used within the product. And it should mention full spectrum, broad spectrum, or isolate for CBD. Here we see full spectrum. We also have the fact panel and the warnings. These are manufacturer details over here, just talking about the batch number as well as the manufacturing date and batch codes and expiration date. These warning panels are also important to help the product and the consumer remain safe while using the product. And then finally, this is what I talked about before. Here is a QR code that is able to be scanned in order to get the certificate of analysis. So we know that it's only quality if it's able to show lab tested results. So using these QR links are very important to get more information on where your product is coming from.